Stop and look at your phone. If you are staring at a screen waiting for a three-dot bubble to appear, if you are rereading your last message for the 10th time, wondering if you said too much, or if you are checking her last seen status every 15 minutes, then you have already handed over your power. You have become predictable. And in the high stakes landscape of female psychology, predictability is the absolute death of desire. Most men believe that to win a woman's heart, they must be consistent. They send the good morning texts, they reply within seconds, and they provide a constant stream of validation. They think they are being romantic. In reality, they are becoming a background noise, a utility that she can access whenever she is bored. This is the available man trap. And today, we are going to dismantle it. I'm going to reveal the selective silence protocol, the psychological mechanism that transforms a man from a hobby into an obsession. This isn't about being toxic or playing games. It is about understanding the Zeigarnik Effect, a documented psychological phenomenon which proves that the human brain is hardwired to obsess over unfinished tasks and unanswered questions. When you provide a closed loop by being always available, her brain has no reason to think about you when you are gone. But when you create a validation vacuum through selective silence, you force her subconscious to work overtime to fill the gap. Stay with me through every minute of this analysis because the third rule of this protocol is the ghost frame, the one technique that makes a woman crave your attention even when you are actively ignoring her. Think about the architecture of human value. According to the scarcity principle in behavioral economics, we do not value what is unlimited. If water came out of your tap as liquid gold, gold would soon be worthless. The same applies to your attention. When you flood a woman with instant replies and constant digital presence, you are devaluing your own currency. You are telling her that your time is not guarded, that your mission is not urgent, and that she is the highest point of your day. This triggers a subtle but lethal shift in her perception. Her biological hunter instinct shuts down because there is no chase required. She stops wondering what you are doing, who you are with, or what you are thinking because you've already told her. This brings us to the first pillar of the protocol, the response gap. Most men suffer from notification anxiety. The moment their phone vibrates, they drop everything to reply. This signals a lack of frame. A high-value man is occupied by his purpose, his work, and his own growth. His phone is a tool, not a tether. When you intentionally create a gap, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 6, sometimes a full day, you are creating mental real estate. In those hours of silence, she begins to ask questions. Is he busy? Is he with someone else? Did I say something wrong? That uncertainty is the fuel of attraction. It triggers a dopamine spike every time she checks her phone and sees nothing from you. You are training her brain to associate your name with a high reward release, simply because it isn't guaranteed. But silence without a hook is just absence. This is where the validation vacuum comes into play. Most men are compliment machines. They like every photo, they comment on every story, and they offer praise before it has been earned. In female psychology, unearned validation is a massive red flag. It signals that you have low standards. Selective silence means being warm and present when you are together, but becoming a black hole of validation the moment you are apart. You do not like the thirst trap photo. You do not respond to the low effort text. By withholding the very thing she expects, you create a vacuum that she feels compelled to fill. She will start sending check-in texts, random memes, or accidental photos just to see if she still has a hold on you. She is now the one seeking the reward, and you are the one holding the lever. Now, we must discuss the ghost frame. This is the most misunderstood part of the protocol. It is possible to be active without being available. If you are posting stories of your workout, your dinner with friends, or your progress at work, but you are not replying to her direct messages, you are projecting an active ghost persona. This is devastatingly effective. It proves that you are alive, you are thriving, and you are having a great time, but she is not invited to the party. This creates a powerful sense of FOMO, or fear of missing out. It shifts her internal monologue from, I'll reply to him later. 2, I need to get his attention before he forgets about me. This is not about being cruel. It is about maintaining a life that is so compelling, it doesn't need her approval to exist. The final element of the protocol is the return to warmth. Silence is a tool, not a permanent state. When you finally do reply after a period of selective silence, you do not apologize for the delay. You do not explain your schedule. You simply show up with calm, grounded warmth. You provide a high-quality interaction that reminds her why she was obsessing over you in the first place. This creates what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, the same mechanism that makes gambling so addictive. Because she never knows exactly when the win is coming, she remains eternally engaged in the game. Gentlemen, understand this. The man who is always there is eventually taken for granted. The man who is selectively silent becomes a mystery to be solved. A woman's attraction is built in the spaces between interactions, not during the interactions themselves. If you don't give her the space to miss you, she never will. The silence you create is the laboratory where her obsession grows. It is where she builds a version of you in her head that is far more powerful than any nice guy version you could ever present. If you are ready to stop being the boring ATM and start being the prize, you must master your own impulses. Put the phone down, focus on your mission, let the validation vacuum do the work for you. If you made it to the end of this deep dive, it means you are ready to reclaim your frame. Drop a comment that says, "Silence is power." It tells me you've understood the lesson. And if you want to know how to use this newfound attraction when you finally meet her in person, how to hold her in a way that anchors this desire, you need to watch the video on your screen right now. The 4 rules of the perfect hug. It is the physical manifestation of everything we just discussed. Click it now, subscribe to the circle, stay grounded. I'll see you in the next analysis of the silent masculine mind.